Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very fun night for Counter-Strike Confederation. Tonight we are actually hosting for our regular CSC games. We have an ESEA game with some CSC players. Today, the number 44, our lovely friendly hood Team Upsetti, is going to be playing Team Milked, who are, I want to say right now, in like the top 20 or something. No, never mind. I say that shit. They're in the 11th placement right now, so they're doing pretty good. They're 10-3 on the main season, whereas Upsetti are 8-5. They're currently 44th in the standings, but they did finish in the 25th through 32nd in the playoff bracket last season in Maine. So they've been doing pretty good. Looks like we've got KU, Cure, Trance, Cloudy, and T-Doy to play tonight. Should be a pretty fun one. I know at least KU, Trance, Cloudy, and Cure all play for Premier on the Upsetti Spaghetti franchise in CSC, and should be a fun one. Tonight I'm joined with my good friend Bible Klinger as well. Glad to have you here, Bible. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. Glad to be here. This should be a really good match.
Indeed. Opening kills for Milk. Oh my goodness, Bing is getting two. Ruin Weenie with one to themselves. And Bingus with the knife kill to finish it off. T-Doy trying to make something with his pistol, but nothing really coming to fruition. That's gonna be a tough one for this team Upsetti right here. Milk to take the first one on the board, but yeah, should be an exciting game.
That didn't take long for them to try to establish dominance right in the first round, showing them just how hard the rest of this game is going to be.
Yeah, Milked is not one to be taken lightly. They've done pretty well consistently throughout the entirety of the last handful of seasons. Let's see. They finished 25th through 32nd in season 50, and the 13th through 16th placement in the playoff brackets last season. And right now they're, like I said earlier, in 11th placement, only 10-3. So this is probably going to be one of the toughest teams that Upsetti has had to play in this season for ESEA Maine, as we see Weenie taking a little look towards window, now dropping back towards Con. Bingus with the assist over at the elbow to Catwalk, and Upsetti's just slowly clawing their way through mid, maybe towards Con, maybe a double push toward A. T-Doy trying to lead the very slow charge here. And Weenie catches him out right, looking the wrong way, and Rue with the assist as well on the Cloudy. And this round is falling apart very quickly. Bomb is already down as well. Jake is spotted out by Window as he jumps up, gets a tag, but it's no good. Weenie with another kill to his name. And now Cure still in mid, trying to at least wait for the little poke out. They do get a one. He'll drop, not quite. Weenie pokes out from Window, now for the drop. Gets the kill on the Cure anyway. And Chris with one under 47 Trance. And that's another spectacular round for Milked. They've only lost one man in these last two rounds.
Bit of a cleanup play after winning the pistol. You just want to not lose any players when you're on an anti-eco like that, and they cleaned it up very easily. It was nice to see.
Yeah, if nothing else, at least for the T-side on the pistol +1, especially if you lose and you don't get the bomb plant, you just want to make it as expensive as you can for the CT side, because you know how fickle the economy is, especially for the CTs. Just one bad round and it can all go kaput. Cure now holding the A main push in case Chris is completely blinded and gets absolutely mollywopped by Chris. That's a tough pill to swallow. Looks
great
like the
flash.
rest will go up. Yeah, great flash indeed. Regular 50 will go out, and they're still not looking for the So Rue comes in. Now it's Chris's turn to shine. KU would finally kill on the Rue, some sort of trade, but Chris swinging back out again, and it's all up to Cloudy. Now the AK is gone, CTs can pick some of these up. Sort of talk about what their next round might come towards them. And Cloudy just at least trying to get something out of this. A 4-on-1 potential clutch needed. The swing out is a swing and a miss. And MP9 gets the AK kill onto Cloudy, and that's another solid round for Milked. Once again, only losing one person in the round.
I think what we're likely to see here is a high degree of teamwork coming out of Team Milked. I think it's just second nature for players once they get to a certain level to play that way, flash each other in and cover each other. And it's definitely, you know, if you're not used to it, it's going to look kind of sweaty, but I think these people just live this day in and day out.
Oh yeah, 100%. I want to say out of their 7-man overall roster, 4 of them are in the top 500 of Face It. So this is going to be teamwork at its finest here for Milk. They, especially on a map like Mirage, where even like you have silver to like silver elite players knowing almost every which corner. This is probably I would say one of the tougher maps to play, especially at such a ranking disadvantage with Upsetti on Milk. Opening kill by Weenie on a T-Doy. And that's going to be another 5-on-4 disadvantage. Cure the only rifle. Gonna have to make something out of this. Trans trying to hold abs. Might come out the smoke and deliberate about what they want to do next. They've got plenty of time, a little bit about 50 seconds to plant, give or take 4, for the actual planting. MP9 just going to hold towards jail. Very smart move, just sticking to his guns, just waiting for that initial frag if they do come. Trans and Kegu, the first one's up. Cloudian, assist. They probably heard the 1 or 2 steps now. Gonna have to explode, gonna have to activate here. They've got about 20 seconds. Bingus, nice opening kill, gets a dub for his efforts. Make it a triple, make it a quad, and Bingus, another mop-up for Team Milk, making this look like child's play. Man, and Weenie with a kill for his own. Just rubbing salt in the wound at this point.
Yeah, they're just playing really solid. They position themselves in a way, even when they don't know where the terrorists are coming from, they just position themselves so that they can cover everything. One player watching something important, and the rotate was coming in, and they didn't even really need him that time. It was just solid.
Solid indeed. Rifles once again coming out towards this Upsetti side. Hopefully they can make something with it. Also, a lot of util. They can go for a good couple of execs and whatnot here. Kegu posting up near apps by underpass. Flash out, draw maybe a little bit quicker. CT poking. Oh no, Kier tried to go something out and gets no connections. Cloudy finally with a kill into Rue. They're still down 3-4. And Cloudy taking another lot of damage from his little spray. More smokes to hamper any potential pushes. And Kegu going on underpass. On high alert. CTs are just playing with their dinner at this point. T-Doy, nice op kill into Weenie. It looks like they are now realizing that they potentially have this A-site model themselves. CTs are lying in wait though, giving them the opportunity to plant, just waiting for them to pounce. Bingus with a smart play, holding from CT towards window room. And it looks like Chris is going to back off all the way towards CT spawn as MP9 wraps all the way around from T spawn to A main. Bomb is down, now time to set the post plants. The swing is good by MP9, nice headshot onto T-Doy, and that leaves the last 2 scrambling. And they're going to go ahead and convert this site very hard. Lead being traded back and forth. Cloudy and Kegu with a kill of their own. It's going to be a 1v2 clutch. Cloudy and Kegu both low as well on HP. Is going to have to be a very... The trades are good, though. Cloudy with the final kill into Chris, and that puts Upsetti on the board finally. They're down 4-1, but this is the foothold that they need to start climbing towards something.
They want to start getting some rounds put together on the T side, build up their economy, and start moving. It was a good first round to win. It unfortunately was kind of expensive for them. Everybody died except one player, but they did manage to make it happen.
Yeah, they got the bomb plant and finally a win to their name. And as we see, the CT side of Milk still has plenty of money to bargain for, so they've got a full rifle and util round left in their pocket. It's going all which way across the map for their execs. Cure maybe pushing out towards mid, a little bit of a swing. Slowpoke's just trying to get some information. Now they'll make their move a little bit closer towards mid. Another possible mid to con push. But all this, at least 3 CTs posted right up. Might be coming right into a trap. There's 4 on the A site. King is waiting back all the way towards CT spawn in case if he needs to rotate. Looks like Upsetti are going to go for a slow push towards Con all through the smoke. And this will either turn out really good or really bad. They bump into each other. Oh, Rude, none the wiser. But T-Doy with the initial kill, Cure with one as well. Bomb plant not successful, not with a double of his own. Cloudy with the tree frag. And now it's all up to Weenie. He might just save this up. It's going to be a 3-on-1 clutch. Peeks towards jungle, thinks better of it, decides to back off towards market. The smarter play. I mean, you don't have a lot of money left besides Chris. He's got about 6,000, so he can definitely buy some of his teammates at least a couple of MP9s with armor of his own for the next round, and maybe some util if need be in case they want to do some sort of anti-strat. He's just going to lie in wait, see if he can get an exit frag if they do decide to go hunting for him. They know he's probably still got the yacht. But it looks like they decide against the hunt. They're just going to go ahead and push towards CT spawn and T spawn back. Just get out of the bomb's range. And that's going to be another one on the board. Team Upsetti. Get a second point. Down 4-2.
That was a critical round for them. Trance was actually on a Galil and Kigo was on a Mac-10. They didn't have the best buy. Milked, on the other hand, actually had a really good buy. So for Team Upsetti to pull this off, that's fantastic.
Oh, 100%. A great conversion. And Milk take attack time out as they deliberate amongst themselves and decide what they decide to pull out of their pockets. 2 MP9s looks like for Rue and MP9. And 4s across the board, with the exception of Weenie's op. Looks like Kigu's going to stick with the Mac-10 as well. Maybe save up a little bit for the next round. T-Doy has enough to buy. But just in case they lose this round, I would be safe to say that just in case they lose. Plus, Kigu can maybe farm a kill or 2 with it if he decides to go for the entry frag. Back timeouts, all done and good. Looks like only 1 kit, and that's going to be for Weenie. Interesting buy. Looks like Upsetti will take attack timeout now as they talk amongst themselves. Maybe ice the kicker a little bit. Don't call it a comeback, at least not yet.
I think both teams realize how critical this round can be for the economy. If you look at the money, both teams aren't really doing all that well financially. So this round will determine not just probably this round, but maybe the next one and even the one after that.
Oh, 100%. Both only have like a 2,400 loss bonus. So depending on who loses, like their economy is going to be pretty much in the shitter. If they can make it expensive for the other team at least, you could say kind of mission accomplished maybe, but you're still fighting against your own inner demons if you do lose this round. Because that win bonus will be smelling really good right about now. More mid smokes. Looks like we can go ahead and try to body the B site, maybe. MP9 holding right towards mid by Con. And Weenie pushing Apps very hard with the op. Oh, he shoots, but he misses. Has a runner with his life. Bingus goes down very quickly. Weenie already hit half down. MP9 taking a lot of damage. Gets 2 of his own with the swing out from underpass, but gets traded out. Now it's going to be a 2-on-3, and the rotates come in. But Rue, thinking better of it, goes all the way to top mid. Now they're going to crunch down on them. Upsetti has to make a move now. Rue's already by the ladder, or I should say the stairway. You know, lie in wait for this. They might not be expecting this. Gets 1. Ugly sprays, but sprays nonetheless. Cure with a kill to secure on their own. That's a double for him on the round, but it's going to be a 2-on-1. And this is a very dangerous game. He's got about 45 seconds, about 40 seconds to plant. So they have time to work with, but it's going to be a very close game. A smart smoke towards Con, making sure that A player does not peek it. But Weenie's going to hold that over at Cat, and Cure is going to go ahead and push the smoke all the way. He's going to go loud and proud. Back is turned, doesn't matter. Chris secures the round, and another one for Milked. Now up 5-2.
That was good positioning. You don't know exactly where he's going to go, so you position yourself near T-ramp so that it's unlikely he's going to be coming through there. It's just really smart plays of where they're going. It looked a little dangerous in the beginning when the op shot missed in apps, but that's what's nice about having a good team is that your teammates cover you when you make a slight mistake.
And one thing I've noticed is also is that Upsetti is not afraid to push the mid to con smoke towards A site. And I think that's what they were kind of getting. And that's what Milked is thinking about whenever they trigger that mid smoke, that con smoke. As we see Chris, nice boost kill at the very tail end of mid. Gonna go and fall back towards A through con. But yeah, like almost every time they've smoked out con, they've at least had one player push it. So if ooh, weenie. Nasty kill, William. Nice headshot on a Kegu. I want to be listening to his comms after that. Knowing Kegu. Cure and Cloudy with rifles of their own, but this is going to be a very tough round. Already on a 5v3. They've still got a minute left, but at this point, what do? You can't just necessarily call it off. Your loss economy, or your loss bonus is a little bit better, yeah, sure, but I mean, you have no util, just rifles, and one upgraded pistol with trance. You have to try to throw a Hail Mary with this one. And Chris, if he pokes out through a window, just might get the drop on him, decides not to, goes all the way back. Oh, that's smart. Giving them mid controls, just going to wait for the hop up through a window. There goes Cloudy. You might catch him right out. Just misses him. Oh, Cloudy, please tell me you don't peek this. Cloudy doesn't. Goes all the way through jungle. And then Kieran Trance pushing through con to A, and Rue is going to be at bitch spot, waiting very patiently.
15 seconds.
They've got to go now. Too late. GTs can descend in. And there's the round. Rue with 2 on that spray down. Bingus with 1. And Chris with 1 as well at the end of the round. That's another tough pill to swallow for this Upsetti team.
Yeah, that 15-second lurk play to try to plant the bomb, that's reminiscent of old-time CS from like 2014, Na'Vi, waiting until 30 seconds or lower before they'd execute.
I said shades of DreamHack 2014. But yeah, I mean, whenever you're at that point down 5-3 and you have no real exec util to assist you on the rush, it's more likely than not going to come to your favor. I mean, valiant effort for trying, but unfortunately just didn't come to their favor. Once again, a classic mid push by the Upsetti team. No smokes towards con this time unless they delay it. Looks like our caster's GeForce, or I should say our observer's GeForce Game Ready driver is available for download. Rue opting to get a couple of pokes. Finds no connections. That's fine. 4 execs towards his A site go out. Rue trying to poke out a little bit as well with some anti-eco. Or I should say with some anti-strats. But they're not going to push, but doesn't matter. Weenie, nice op shot on a trance. And that's going to make this that much more harder to contend with. Once again, a minute or less, and they're down 5. These minutes advantage has been absolutely brutal for this Upsetti team. Gito, a nice op kill on the Bingus. They know one's in apartments, so they can swing out, hold him to his own. Laying smoke. And Kegu gets a nice kill on the MP9. This time, with the volley. Taking a lot of damage. Chris fails to swing out, and that's a solid round for Upsetti.
That was actually one of their better executes. It was much cleaner. Everything seemed to go well, and just not much to say about that. It was just very nice.
It was a nice mid delay, and they exec'd A, but just went ahead and swung on B, waiting for the rotate, and it looked really good. I hope they can pull something like that out in the future, because they've been pushing from mid to A a lot, and Milk just didn't read it quite right. And whenever they did go for the rotates, they just got shut down. Upsetti with another tack timeout. Discussing amongst themselves what they do.
I is curious though. We're not even done the first half, and it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, Team Upsetti only has one timeout left remaining. So they're putting in a lot of their thoughts into their T side, which I guess when you're down 6-3, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I have a feeling they are banking on this T side being not necessarily something that they want to crutch up on their CT side. They want to finish this first half strong. If you don't get at least, I want to say like 4 or 5 on the T side, you're looking in for an extremely rough CT half whenever you're swapping over. They need to try to make this 6-6. If they can't, I'm not going to say it's all over, but they're going to be fighting a hell of an uphill battle. Initial pokes mid, find nothing fruitful. Looks like Chris might get a little bit antsy and hide in the smoke towards mid. Waiting for the classic util dump to throw his frag and trade. Completely wide, but pushes out nonetheless. Nice swing out. Chris once again getting a kill onto Cure. And was able to make away with his own life. Lit half health, but doing better than most of the T's at this point. Cloudy and Kegu still have a lot of util as well for any potential exec they want to get through. Cloudy once again walking through smoke. He's going to get caught out like a bat out of hell if he's not careful. Over there, look at his way. Cloudy on the weed. Oh, and Rue with the re-swing takes down Cloudy, and it's all up to Kegu. 1v4. Lord have mercy almighty. This is asking a lot for the team captain. Yeah, his bomb is about 30 seconds. They're on 8 for the game. Not the most impressive stat line, but when times get tough, Kegu can get going. Rue holding the angle, waiting for the swing out. Oh, the timing. The timing's impeccable for Rue. Kegu not quite looking his way. And Rue gets the final kill. That's 7-3 in favor of Milk now. And this buy for Team Upsetti is going to be very ugly.
Stats are looking a little bit rough now for certain members of Team Upsetti. We actually have a player with no kills just of yet. Although at this level, I suspect that, next half things will turn around for me. He'll probably play much better. But it's just unfortunate you need him here now.
Yeah, I mean, Trance is one of the players for Upsetti on the level play for the CSC franchise. So I mean, I'm not holding it against some of the best players on North American Face It. So 0-9, that's not necessarily completely indicative of the stats. Oh no, they fake the plant and MP9 punish. Tito goes down hard. 47 Trance with the trade, thank goodness, and another round dub for Upsetti. And Trance gets his first kill in the game. Let's have a nice round of applause for Trance. Congratulations, Trance.
I think he heard the analysis right there, and he decided to do something about it.
Production told me that we've caster cursed him, but I'm going to say he's gotten 1 kill on the board, so that's better than nothing. ADR 22 reminds me of my last game playing CSC, except Kegu actually, or I should say, Trance got a kill, whereas I did not.
I mean, part of CS is really mental. You have to stick with it. You're having a bad game, you just have to keep focusing. Play your game
100%.
Every round.
100%. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Tito taking a lot of damage, potentially chipped. A lot of util damage, and Kegu jumps over one of the CTs. MP9 doesn't spot him originally, and Cure gets a double for his efforts. Bing is with a double as well on the trade. Chris went with Famas, and it's all to Cure. 3 HP and a dream. Gets nothing out of it, and Rue, another kill to their name as well. And that's the end of this first half. Milked 8, Upsetti 4. It'll be interesting to see what Team Upsetti decide to pull out of their pockets for this CT half of theirs. Fingers crossed, knock on wood.
I think when you're down 4-3 at the, when you're down 4-8 at the half, your big hope right here is that you win the pistol round. You always go into the pistol round wanting to win it, but this is where you start plotting in your mind, how are we going to make the comeback? How are we going to make things happen? It starts with the pistol round. So I'm expecting Kigo to be really plotting with his team as to what they're going to be doing now.
Okay, looks like the ESEA teams are going to go ahead and take a tech timeout. Looks like they're having some server issues. But yeah, as you were saying, this pistol round means so much, especially whenever you're down by at least like 5 rounds coming in towards your CT half. You have to at least deny them the bomb plant. But yeah, because as a CT side, if you lose the pistol round, sure, you can force up if you get a certain number of kills and you're able to save up. But it's going to be a really rough pistol +1 if you can't get the W on this upcoming pistol round. It's, man.
It gets bad, yeah.
Yeah. As
Actually, you know what's worse? You know what's worse than losing the pistol round? You win
winning
the pistol round
and losing the pistol +1. That's me so hard, dude.
It can happen. It absolutely can happen, especially if they get the plant and then they buy up Galils and you're out there with your SMGs. You get caught up in the wrong scenario. It can spiral out of control, and then your economy is in complete shambles for 3 rounds.
Yeah. As someone who went with the KD, my last KD from my last game I played was like 0.5, so I know all about that. I think we won both pistol rounds, but then we lost the round after pistols, and man, that just sealed the deal of the coffin for me. But yeah, and the CT economy is so fickle. Like you can win the CT round, the pistol round, and then you can win the round after pistol, and then lose pistol +2 in your economy, depending on how expensive they made it for you in the pistol +1, depending on how many players you lose. Like, that's another thing to look out for too, because you're not just looking like 1 or 2 rounds ahead, especially coming in towards the CT side this far down. You're looking for towards the next like 3 or 4 rounds. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 8-4 and Kangu, an opening headshot on Naru. Absolutely disgusting. Flashes go out. And T-Doy dinks as well, trying to run away with his life. Gets nowhere. Weenie, nice Glock kill. Bomb will go down, but it's a 4-on-4. And Cloudy, another disgusting headshot. Trance, shit, this might almost be a team A. Secure goes down, but it's going to be a 2-on-3. I say that. Trance goes down as well. But Cloudy gets the trade on MP9. Is a 1v1. Chris against Cloud Zeno. Bomb is ticking. They have a kid as well. Might go for the ninja. Through the smoke as it blooms. Cloudy, you mad motherfucker. A headshot onto Chris. And they get the defuse as well. An easy 5-8 round. I say that easy my ass. As a 1v1 clutch with Cloudy, a triple on the round. Now 12-8 with 3 assists. Jesus.
Cloud really stepped it up there. I mean, he's been playing great all game, 105 ADR, but right here when you needed him to get that pistol, he got it. He did exactly what he needed to do, played it incredibly well. They're in it. They're still in the game right here because of that.
Baby. And this is what inspires confidence with the rest of your team. Yeah, not all of them are going to have like the most impressive stat lines, but that does not matter. It's all about getting consistency. The win after win after win in the rounds. Bringing this deficit up smaller and smaller and smaller. Looks like the T's decide to buy as well off the bomb plant. 2 Galils and 3 MAC-10s. They still have some util as well to play around with. As do the CTs. More anti-execs go out. MP9, the first one to go down thanks to Kigu's MP9. Weird sentence to say. And that just leaves Chris over towards Apps. He's going to fall back. Rest of this Milk's team over towards A and go for an exec. Smokes and mollies galore alive. And Rue caught out right. Doesn't matter. Cloudy gets a kill. Makes the one of his own. Here with a swing out from Ticket. And T-Doy, nice one as well. And it's all up to Chris, who decided to try to malinger over towards Apps. Now finally making his way towards A main. Doesn't have any util either. Just gonna have to dry swing this, and Cure is right on him. That's exactly where the bomb is too. Just waiting for these CTs to get a little antsy, maybe start go hunting, but they're being very patient. Gets spotted, makes no connections onto Cure. Swings again, gets chipped. Mac 10 doing him no favors as Cloudy gets another kill in the round. Another convincing round by Upsetti. Looking better and better. And that makes this only a 2-round deficit now.
The Terrorists tried something there. They tried to put a player out on B fast and make them think that that's where they were pushing. They had 2 players in apps. One jumped out and tried to sell it as a B play, but you could see Team Upsetti was just not buying it. They stood their ground on A, and they just weathered the storm and killed everyone. And yeah, 2 rounds. This is definitely their momentum right now.
Oh, 100%. And that crucial no B read was insane. Like, just the game sense and the wherewithal and the patience also to just perfectly time. Oh my! Through with the 1D, Cloudy with trades all around, and Weenie MP9 also with the refrag. It's gonna be a 2-on-2. This is what was a very quick round is quickly turning very ugly. Side. Here, letting the walk through the smoke, taking a little strike out of the Upsetti playbook, pays them no favors. Milk loses this round again. Team Upsetti only down 7-8 now. But it is a little bit more expensive a round now for the CT side. They've got money to buy though, so they've got money in their pockets.
3 players down though for that round, and it was a complete anti-eco for Team Upsetti, so that's unfortunate they lost 3, but you'll take the round any day of the week.
Yeah, a round, but at what cost? Because now you see full exec util and AKs across the board for this Milked team. You're gonna go ahead and go for another another slow A main push. And the Upsetti team a little bit more spread out this time. And T-Doy, nice quick op kill on a root, and that will slowly have them move in for the crunch. France ready, waiting for the mid-con push. Fury gets a lot of chip damage, but is able to fall back with his life. Looks like Milk have the site. They get the bomb plant, but it's a 3-on-5. The quick swing. Kegu is there to trade. Weenie takes down Cure, but Kegu with another kill of his own. T-Doy as well. That's 2 for him on the op. And only losing 1 CT. Upsetti looking a lot more comfortable on the CT side than their T half as they bring this up even. 8-all.
That makes more sense now why they were focusing more on taking the timeouts during their T side. They probably knew exactly what they were going to do on this side of the half. Their CT side setup looks incredibly solid. They know exactly what they're doing and where they're going.
Yeah, and Milked have been doing a lot of similar plays as Upsetti. I will say, Upsetti were a little bit more aggressive towards mid, whereas Milked are going towards A through A main. But Milked has also not done any big B pushes for this half, I should say. Bing is going to go ahead and poke towards apartments, but the molly keeps him off. And then a smoke. Rune Company with another flash out to A main. That will trigger what little exec util they have. So got plenty of time in the round as well, so Trance and Company can just wait this out. And this T side of Milked are still spread all across the board. Haven't really come to any solid conclusion of what they want to do. And they don't have a lot of util either. Just Weenie really with a molly smoke and flash. They have enough for 1 exec, and it's got to be a good one. Bingus tosses a smoke towards mid, over at windows. That's gonna push T-Doy out towards jungle. Here with a 2-tap over by Ticket, takes down Root, and they're going to know that there's gonna be most likely another A exec or a very slow A push. More shots ring out. Cure takes a lot of damage, but it's still ticking. Bingus finds Trance though. That's gonna activate the rest of the Milk side. Bingus and Chris making this very ugly for Team Upsetti. They might just call the save, to be honest. I say that. Kieran Cloud right next towards Ticket by CT. And the rest of the team is going to go hunting.
They're pulling back.
Yeah, now they pull back. MP9 might get him on the swing out, though. I say that Cloud absolutely deletes MP9's forehead. And that's at least another exit frag, make it a little bit more expensive for this milked side. But I mean, man, what was yours in the palm of your hand? Now you're down a round again. It's not the ugliest deficit in the world, but still a deficit nonetheless.
You know, we talk about the CT economy, but apparently Cloud Zeno is a financial genius. He had like 9,500 at the beginning of this round. So his team will enjoy a good buy right here.
I was about to say, Cloudy has been saving the last couple of rounds. He's been very smart with his economy just for this particular moment. They have no loss bonus built up, and they do need rifles across the board, especially with Trance. Trance has $50 to his name, and Kago with only 300. So this really saves them a lot economically. And look at Cloudy. He still has over 5,500 left. Nades will go out, and another solid B, this time a solid B push. Bomb still waiting by underpass, and Cloudy, another deletion on the MP9. Nice headshot. Takes about 50 damage himself, but that's a kill for him on the board. Now 18-9 on the game, dragging this Upsetti team, kicking and screaming towards some semblance of a victory. And once again, no ops for this milked side. They've been kind of playing around with AKs across the board for the majority of these T rounds. I mean, they haven't really found a lot of success. And Rue, I guess he saw Roach. Maybe trying to shoot boost through the power of 762 by 39. They volley towards the bench, but it bleeds over towards Jail, and he gets found out by Weenie. Pure trying to make something out of this. Vegas takes down Cloudy with a nice headshot, and the bomb will very quickly get planted. A 3-on-4 potential retake here through Market. And he doesn't quite make it through the window. They might still continue to go for this. Looks like Kago and company decide to back off and give this round up. They want to save what rifles they have left. Especially with T-Doy with the op. Because Cloudy, with his loss bonus, he could potentially buy 2 rifles, I think, towards the end of this. He's got 59. The loss bonus is like what? I think.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, about that. So he's got 78. So he can buy both himself and KU a rifle if they want it. As well as util.
And they save the AK as well. Cure has an AK again, so this is, again, another decent buy from Team Upsetti. Money's getting tight now, though. They have to make it happen. So they got to figure out where the holes are in their defenses and plug them right now.
Yeah, this is the make or break round. They don't have a great loss bonus. It's only 2,400 going into this round. Bad flash. Doesn't quite make it towards mid. And MP9 scouting with the MAC-10, trying to get a little bit of information, sees nothing, decides to wrap back around through T-spawn. It's going to be another classic A push, this time 2 towards Palace and 1 through main. But that's Cloudy and Palace waiting inside a smoke for a potential push. Bomb gets dropped over towards T-spawn as well. They're trying to feel this round out. They're just waiting. Both teams a little patient, but this time, Chris is even better. Cloudy tries to go for the little corner peek, gets destroyed. T-Doy with the refrag on the Bingaso with the that might activate Rue to push towards A main. Spots on CT out towards Tickets. Gonna go for the jump molly. MP9 onto Kagu, but Trance with the trade over by Khan and Cat. That leaves this A site no. And Rue through the smoke, a smoking wall bang headshot onto T-Doy. Ugh. Cure a slow peek through the smoke. Gets nothing out of it, and it's a 1v3. Prince had a rough game today. This is his time to shine. Oh my goodness, almost caught out with his pants down, somehow still alive. That gives Rue plenty of time to rotate all the way over from CT to jungle. Gonna get caught with his pants down. I say that is able to actually go through Khan. He's gonna fall back as well. Bomb will take down Trance as well. No rifles saved for this CT side. And man, this takes it past double digits for Milk now. 11-8.
It's unfortunate, though. They put Cloud in Palace that last round, and he went for the aggressive peek. He had it right down to where he needed it to get the first kill and get the intel as to where they were setting up, and it just didn't work out. High risk, high reward, and it's the gamble you kind of have to make, but it just doesn't pay off.
Yeah, Chris had a perfect read on it. He was playing very patiently, almost, well, actually, yeah, he was expecting it. Kieran Bing is getting trades over towards mid. So it's going to be a 4-on-4. Interesting. But still AKs across the board for this T side, and 2 MP9s and 2 M41Ss. The dinks by T-Doy take down Winnie, and that is going to trigger the rotate. Bingus takes down Kira, but Cloudy with the trade onto Root, and they know there's one in Palace as well. He swings out, Chris taking down T-Doy. It is a 2-on-2, but it's going to be a little bit in the favor of, dare I say, Team Upsetti. They have the MP9, but they have the HP. Still, though, a minute to work with as well for Milked. Yuto going to go out. Cloudy taking down Bingo as he tries to get the bomb from A ramp, and now it's going to be a 1-on-1. Cloudy and Chris. Chris now with the HP advantage. Cloudy decides to smartly fall back. About 30 seconds left on the clock. And he's going to push from mid to con. Wing. Fakes the plant. 20 seconds left. Fakes it again. Okay. Pros don't fake, and neither does Cloudy as he gets the headshot onto Chris and secures a round for Team Upsetti, a round they so desperately need.
Those are two heavy hitters, one on each side. Yeah, that was fantastically played. It was unfortunate, though, that they dropped the bomb at A main. If they hadn't done that, they would have been able to rotate to the B bomb site. But it seems like Team Upsetti read it perfectly. They knew the bomb was down. They could put all of their players on A site, and it just came down to a really tough gun battle.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth, these teams, respectively. Looks like going to play a little bit more aggressive towards mid this time with Milked. Mollies and smokes go out, making the CTs wait just a little bit before they decide to make their pushes. We're going to go ahead and resmoke window. Resmoke is good as well. So Trance might just back off this all the way towards jungle. More mollies go out across both sides. We still have 3 towards A. Another smoke over towards Con, and Rue might jump up towards window, but Trance is ready and waiting. We'll see if Rue commits, and he does. Caught by the swing out, Trance, nice opening kill onto Rue, and that makes this a very doable 5-on-4. Rest of the team will activate towards B site. Kegu lying in wait with the MP9.
This could be big.
This could be big. You also have 2 in market. And then I go this way. Kegu gets 1, but not quite 2. Winnie with the refrag. MP9 with 2 as well. Make it 3. And it's off to T-Doy. What looked like a promising round for Team Upsetti falls flat on their face. T-Doy, a kill on the wing to try to crack this B site back open. But you still have Chris over at the tail end of apps as well, and MP9 over on site by one of the pillars. Doing not able to check every single angle. Chris takes him out, and that's going to be match point for Milked. And a very ugly buy for Team Upsetti as they try to claw their way to a potential OT.
2 things had to go wrong there for Team Upsetti to lose it. One, Kigo only had to get the 1 kill. If he had gotten the 2nd kill, or a 3rd, it probably would have swung the other way. But the other factor that was a little outside of his control was just how crazy MP9 just stepped up there to start mowing people down, chaining kills one right after the other. He held that site.
Yeah, there were two Upsetti teammates that were in market. So as soon as Kegu died, they both jumped out through window, I think, one after the other, and MP9 just completely sprayed them down. And that's going to be just leave them with MP9s across the board with barely any util for scraps. A single M4 for T-Doy. But they're going to have to play really aggressive with this. Get some really sweaty off angles with these and play mega close. Might even get a little aggressive. You've got MP9s, you might as well go for it. Go hard or go home.
MP9's a great weapon still. You can definitely win this round.
100%. Never discount the MP9s. Igu, activating towards Palace already. Silently pushing. And Trance on top of Wood. Chris is ready and waiting. The missed spray goes into Kegu's favor. Gets one, collects the AK, and now they're going to go rest and milk to push towards the same time. Trance is just low. Here gets one. A big swing is down range. Trance goes down thanks to MP9 spray. And through the smoke bomb does not get planted. T-Doy takes down Bingus. T-Doy went out on the weenie. It's up to MP9. T-Doy, my brother in Christ. That is a triple for him on the round. Lord have mercy almighty. MP9,
that was a nail biter for sure. That was crazy.
MP9 and Chris have enough money for this round, but the rest of the team, Weenie, Bingus, and Root, they don't have shit. And this is the round the CTs need. Their economy, while still, you know, not the greatest, it's enough for everything that they need to at least one last stand. It's going to be a Tech 9 rush towards B. Kegu's going to go
He spotted it.
The smoke is good to stave off the molly. And the push is successful. Oh my lord. Please tell me Upsetti does not lose on an eco round. A push through B main. This is some, man. This is a unfortunate turn of events. Only a single flash for Cure to go through window. Nice to go for the swing out. Absolutely denied. Trance with one of his own. Now it's Rue and Chris. Bomb is ticking down. Doesn't matter. Rue lying in wait gets the final kill. And that is it. Milked 13. Upsetti 10. A hard-fought battle and an unfortunate loss. And that leaves Team Upsetti in Group A of ESEA main at 8-6. They were 44th in standings. It'll be interesting to see how far they fall after this tough loss. I will say, Milked played a really good game, and it did come down towards, you know, the last couple of rounds. And it was a tough fight and a tough loss, but you know what? Team Upsetti, I'm not mad at them, you know. They gave them the hell of a fight.
Absolutely. They weren't the better team today, but they definitely have the potential to be so much better. On another day, they could have won it. And it's really fun to be able to watch, you know, this level of Counter-Strike where players are able to make these plays and put these things together. And obviously the level of teamwork we saw today was fantastic. It was really fun to watch. Both teams probably have a bright future.
Oh, 100%. I have no doubt. I'm not sure if this kicks Spaghetti or Upsetti out of the playoff brackets. This was their last game of the regular season for this ESEA main. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure they'll still be able to stay within the playoff bracket. So I think they still have another game or two left in them. But yeah, as you're saying, a great game across both sides of the board for Team Milked. Yeah, I was about to say, Weenie is ranked 249 in Face It. So yeah,
that's good.
Chris at 328 and Rue at 376. So these are some tough cookies to crack. And despite their best efforts, fall short, but that's fine. It was an excellent and super fun game. Yeah. And it is 10 o'clock, so I know you have another game to cast.
That's true.
Through the regular CSC I think you and who else? Atrax? I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me go back to media announcements. Oh, Nexus. Oh, man, you and Nexus, damn, that's going to be so much fun. I love Nexus. Nexus is awesome. So, yeah, a great ESEA game. Falls flat for our CSC teammates, but you know what? They put up a hell of a fight and gave it all they got.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, dub did not come to them, but that's fine. Better luck next time. I am your friendly neighborhood Smokey alongside with me, Bible Klinger. We will be back after a short break with the regular season CSC game, which is going to be a recruit game between the Tadpole Titans and the Flytraps. That should be a super fun game. I wish I was there. I wish you and Nexus all the luck and all the fun casting. Appreciate everyone turning out for this fun little ESEA game. I hope everyone has a good night. We should be back in just a few minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Smokey. I mean Nexus, and today we're gonna bring you a recruit CSC match. I know before we had an ESEA match, and from what I've been told, it was a banger nonetheless. But we're gonna be down here in recruit, and of course, Bible Klinger is still here with me on Nuke. Flash is gonna be coming out, smoke out. Yeah, definitely. The first kill coming out from Counter Strike. They picked up a secondary kill. The dualies do not, at least doesn't favor them in that situation. But now it's down to a 2v3 meet. Very low HP, 30 HP left to work with. Can easily be one tap, but does pick up a kill onto Hap. Man can pick up the secondary kill here on Sable. It's up in the air. But 1-0 for the Flytraps, who, Bible, I've been told are having a pretty rough season so far. 1-4, correct?
Flytraps definitely, yeah, 1-4. They've only won a game on Ancient. So they haven't played Nuke yet, so this is a little bit new territory for them. Tadpole Titans, they're not doing so well either, but they are doing a little bit better. They're 2-3 currently.
2-3, yeah.
And they also have not played Nuke yet, so we're on new territory for both teams.
And we saw Nuke, I believe, last match today. And once again, it's a very team-oriented map. If you don't have the team synergy, you kind of just fall apart on either T or CT side if you're really weak on that front there. B-dubs here by Silo. Does pick up the kill onto Hap. That's the outside player taken out. It's still just a full equal round nonetheless. So this should be a relatively clean round. B-dubs just trying to take a lot of space here. Catches one towards heaven. Doesn't spot the player in mini, which is kind of could be a good play here, but without any real weapons there, they're going to be taken out as well. So B-dubs late on the lurk. The late A-site hit coming out with the bomb plant now. So once again, Flytraps, pretty good start overall, 2-0. Clean kills overall from all the players, and they have now a bonus round, which is huge.
For this round, they probably just want to group up together, maybe hit something fast, catch them off guard, go ramp. Maybe if they have a good outside setup, they could. But if you've got close range weapons, a couple MAC-10s, maybe take it inside, take it somewhere close, hard and fast.
Yeah, absolutely. You want these MAC-10s to really be to make all the space for these rifles coming in here. And Mr. Rickard's going to be coming in as well. Flash ringing out. Does force them to drop off immediately. So giving up full ramp control, but Counter-Strike is here. The game that we are playing is in the server right now. Gets swung on, gets taken out. The lack of head armor does mean that they lose out. Mr. Rickard's doubling up, though, as B-dubs takes out G-Turner. The rotate being demolished. Sable taking out Meat as well. Goes for the trade, but nothing's there yet. Hap is left alone here in Hell, and immediately is taken out as well. So Mr. Rickard's a pretty solid round coming out from the Flytraps. Just an overall punch to the mouth, a very fast-paced play for the at least across the last 3 rounds.
Fast-paced, won it right there, and now the economy isn't doing so well for the CTs. It's always rough, but especially after you lose a round like that where you pull by. So right now, we're probably going to be looking at another easy round win if all goes well.
Yeah, but with the 5.7s are out. We saw what the 5.7s can do. If you're just even within a meter of their range, you can almost guarantee a one-tap headshot with the 5.7. But I think it's going to be a bit of a fake lobby crunch here. Yeah, a couple players coming in from ramp. Mr. Rickard with just the M4A4 picks up the first, doesn't get the second, but does a lot of damage. Slayer actually taken out by Hap, though. The double thing rings out, but Mr. Rickard's here to save it, to save the day. Triple Man does run away with the bomb, though. It's a 2v3. But the HP favors the Flytraps. The weaponry favors the Flytraps, and so does the time as well. So I think it's going to be a clear-cut round out here from the Flytraps. Bomb is going to be planted as well on the lower bomb site. Triple Man taking vent space, hoping that they don't go for a retake, even though they shouldn't. They have a couple of rifles here. Definitely keeping that M4 is ideal. That Galil can definitely just be thrown away if you really wanted to, but it could save you some money in the long run as well here. So a save, once again, is pretty much ideal. They're going to be saving in the T spawn, and I think the Flytraps are not going to be hunting here. So yeah, 4-0 start for the Flytraps here on their T side on Nuke.
Saving 2 rifles isn't terrible. It's actually pretty good for them, things considered.
Yeah, especially on the T side, right? You want to get as many rounds as you can, just because it allows you to have a more fluid CT side, especially if you have to play around that economy. You have a lot more rounds to work with if you come into that secondary half with such a huge advantage. But we are going to be seeing a tactical timeout as well here. So Bible, what should the Tadpole Titans be trying to do to, you know, circumvent these fast-paced plays where they're going to be called out or they're getting too hyper-aggressive?
I think maybe what you want to do is slow them down by using the utility. Throw some Molotovs at the key choke points where they're going to be rushing, maybe ramp, maybe near squeaky door or hut, something like that. Set up quickly, use the utility, cover each other, be ready right away. If you don't hear anything immediately, then you can go into some other alternative plan, moving around where you do hear things.
Yeah, I do believe we saw a rifle dropped over onto Sable from Kiddo there, dropping the M4A4, picking up themselves up in op. So we're going to see that op come through, but Hap picking up the AUG, a long-range weapon on Nuke. Not really, it's not a horrible purchase to buy. Both the M4A4 and the A1 SB 2900, I think it's fairly safe to say. Kiddo, though, taking some damage here, but G-Turner quickly called out by the squeaky position. That squeaky door does not go well. It's looking like a late A-side hit, at least poking into it, just to get some rotations, bait out some utility, and force the CTs to get really uncomfortable here. Counter-Strike playing on top of the A-side silos. Just holding a bit of an off angle. I don't think they saw Mr. Rickers go through, but the Ramsky fight's going to be going through. Kiddo and Counter-Strike spotted as well here. So 2 players left on the A-bomb side. B-Dubs makes his way down towards Secret with the op himself. And just holding on to it. Tossing a smoke. That bomb is going to be coming in from Triple Man. And it should be a relatively clean cross. Triple Man should not get picked off. No one's really watching it, but now the footsteps haven't heard. The rotates are going to be coming in. And Sable just playing by CT. Maybe they're waiting for a main split. Maybe they're waiting for a fake, but that bomb has already been down. Kiddo, Molly down to Crisp, though, down to 30 HP with that op. Bomb is now fully planted on the lower bomb site. And they're holding for the rotations. The T's are pretty spread out, so it allows the CTs to really get into these nooks and crannies. Should they please? Yep. Hap does pick up the first, but B-Dub's quick on the tray. Triple Man in dark. 2 players by single. The 5-7 comes out there. Kiddo misses their second shot. Or excuse me, that's Meat. Now they just have to be aware of Triple Man. Does pick up the first. Now they're scoped in here. Sable picks up the kill, and now Kiddo picking up the defuse as well there. So Tadpole Titans went out to the first round. Bible, tell us what happened here.
I think what we just saw is Flytraps really just didn't have the complete synergy. They lost somebody in lower during that retake that they got the trade, but it just took too long. And some of the gunfights were just mishandled. They did a good job getting down there, getting the plant, but if you can't hold the site after you take it, you can't win the round.
Absolutely. I mean, they had the opening round or the opening kill on G Turner there by Squeaky Door, and they were playing too far apart in that post lane. They weren't really playing off the trades. We said this about the Tadpole Titans, to be ready for the trades whenever possible, and the Flytraps just got beat by that set strategy. Nonetheless, though, Kiddo with a great opening pick onto Slayer. Yeah, that HE is going to be doing wonders. That's a common play here on Nuke to get that op, to get the first opening pick if they don't smoke many off the bat here. And Hap close by, though. They can make their way down towards Secret, but Kiddo's back on the angle now, holding for it. Spots it out, but B-Dub's quicker on the trigger. Goes for the peek again. B-Dub's onto Kiddo as well. That's a nice double kill from the outside players. B-Dub's getting tagged down from the Heaven player as well. Counter-Strike now drops onto the bomb site and is hoping to get some more info. And aggressive baits the event drop. Sable taking out Mito, who's sneaking their way in towards Ram. That's a lot of space taken, but now they have to re-clear it, lest they give Flytraps another avenue back into the round. A molly towards Mini to hopefully deter someone from peeking out there. And I think it's going to be ending A here. Yeah, Mr. Rickards is out there. Yep. Triple Man just walking out onto Counter-Strike. Now Sable and G-Turner coming in from the Heavens position. G-Turner onto the first. Sable swinging out now. 1 player in lobby, 1 player by the squeaky door. Bomb's going to be smoked off. Excuse me, they're smoking off Mini. And they tap the bomb, but B-Dubs quick on the trigger. G-Turner as well. Not aware of where the 2 players could be. A bit of miscommunication coming out from the Tadpole Titans, and the Flytraps are back to winning ways.
I think it started really well for Tadpole when they had the op pick, but Kiddo didn't move with the op. He positioned himself there. When the terrorists finally came outside, he was just caught off guard, couldn't hold against the op of B-Dubs. So maybe what they want to do is when they get a pick, change the setup a little bit, move away, readjust. Yeah, being immobile with the op is one of the best ways to really play it, just so that you keep the enemies guessing as to where you possibly can be. This 5-7 doesn't do well long range, but it doesn't help them close the gap here. But Slayer onto the triple kill. Triple Man running with the bomb. Is Slayer going to get an eco ace here?
He does not. Mr. Rickards taking their ace, and I think Slayer, I think you should team kill him. For the bit.
There's a little bit of a debate in the community as to if you get 4 kills, should your team let you go for the ace? And some people feel very passionately about that during pugs, at least. I'm not sure I feel that way during season games, but
In pugs, it's definitely a different story. If you're solo queuing, you definitely have to ask for it. Just give me ace, and if they say no, then you go, okay, you're okay with it. You don't really take it to heart there. But if they say yeah, I'll give it to you, and they take it anyway, and they mock you for it, then you just blow up their house. I don't know. That's just me though. P-dubs.
wow.
Onto Hap though. Yeah, really good shot coming out from the opera of the fly traps. The fly traps are just kind of winning away. 4 match days have passed, at least. Or excuse me, 5, and so maybe they have been practicing Nuke on their practice sessions. Maybe this is their test run to see how well they know Nuke so far here. And maybe the Tactical Titans just weren't expecting it. Meat though, really good on these lurks, but can never really catch a break. They managed to make their way like twice already in towards that J Hall position, but gets called out immediately. And Sable ready for that Slayer walkout from outside, and now they have to really relinquish outside control. Mr. Rickards on the lurk there, almost picks up a second, but spots 2 players on the A bomb site. And now with outside completely lost there, CTs have to make a guess, make a gamble. They're stacking towards A just because it's the easier bomb site, but Sable is holding for this garage peek from B-dubs. B-dubs, they don't spot him out, spots the head. They don't. Yeah, B-dubs spotted it from just a little bit better and scopes in with that AWP. The bomb, though, going to be coming in from main. B-dubs making a lot of noise. Kiddo is here, scoped up. B-dubs carry going to be going for the no-scope. I would love to see it. B-dubs going for the jiggle, but Kiddo is there and ready for it. Now left up to Triple Man with the bomb just outside of main. Oh, and he definitely heard that heaven drop. With 20 seconds left on the clock, though, yeah, they have to go now. They have to make noise. If they're going to sprint down towards B, they have to sprint now. If you're going up towards heaven, you have to get the kills. They're not going to let you plant for free. 10 seconds now. Triple Man, you do not have the time for this. Go for the swing. Swing out. And he swings out with the bomb out. And Kiddo playing with their food. It's a bit disrespectful.
The irony is that he could have won that round if he had swung with his gun. They were both in visible positions. One was underneath him on the site, and the other one was all the way across by the vent. It's not at all impossible that he could have shot the one and shot the other and won the round.
Absolutely. Even then, just getting that site player out of the round gives him a chance to plant that bomb. You have about 4 seconds, I want to say, give or take a few milliseconds to get that bomb planted, and it really only takes 1 or 2 seconds to get that first kill. So they definitely could have won out that round there, but I guess the nerves and the pressure got a little bit got to them there. But Kiddo and Sable doubling up, one towards the ramp, one towards the inner A bomb site. So now the fly trap's in a double man disadvantage. Bomb gonna be jiggled around here. Oh, we have one player outside. That's gonna be Hap. With the FAMAS by Redbox, Triple Man is not normally the outside lurker, but maybe they can catch a timing. And B-dubs makes their way out towards the vent area. One player in top hut there. Triple Man spots him out. Triple Man hits the shot as well. G-Turner, though, up by top hut. Oh, they spotted the head, but didn't actually get away. B-dubs!
Nice.
A great readjustment, but Kiddo's there just on the trade, but a little bit too late. It's now still a 2v3, still in favor of the Tadpole Titans, but there's a lot of space that they can work with, and if they hit the right timings, if they hit the right shots, they absolutely can win it. When you spot the leg, the no-scope comes out. That's the bomb going to be dropped as well, so now full bomb control for the Tadpole Titans. They're making this recovery possible, but the Fly Traps still have a lot of rounds to work with. 40 seconds left on the clock here, and Triple Man's going to be walking to the scope of Kiddo, who picks up a 4K in the round. Tadpole Titans now up. Well, excuse me, still up to 3-6.
It just felt like Fly Traps really weren't coordinated that round. They didn't exactly know where they were going as a team or how they were going to get there. B-Dub's caught off guard badly sight, but he does manage to get the kill. His impact is really being noticed in this game.
Yeah, if we want to talk about impact, look at Kiddo and Sable. They've been getting these kills from the back lines and in the front lines as well. Mainly Kiddo going up against these aggressive peaks coming out from the Opera as well, but B-Dubs does win it out. That's an aggressive peak from B-Dubs. Mito swinging out, so another double man advantage, this time in favor of the Fly Traps. And I like this aggression coming out from the Tadpole. G-Turner and their partner in crime, Hap, pushing in towards the lobby to get some info. But little do they know, it's already going to be planted on the B bomb site. Now Triple Man playing this long range angle. G Turner not gonna be ready for this. Spots the shadow. It doesn't matter. Hits the first shot. Triple Man not ready for the secondary player. Hap going for the wide swing. Swings out. And Mr. Rickards is there to pick it up. But Counter-Strike still left alive. The unknown factor going for the swing again. Slayer does die. Slayer is out of the round, excuse me. Now Counter-Strike left in the 1v2. This is doable. Spots one towards the control. But it doesn't matter. That HE had their name on it. Just smacked straight onto their fat forehead. I mean that in the most playful way possible.
You can see B-Dubs coming back out with a vengeance with his op. Comes out, takes out Kiddo, his counterpart on the other team, and then just proceeds to take outside. And the counter-terrorists were not ready anywhere to be able to deal with that. So Flytraps definitely has an advantage on this half. They're just playing it so much better. But obviously, things change on the second half. So you got to get as many rounds as you can now.
Yeah. They are going to be forcing into this round, though. I'm very, curious as to what the thought process was there, if there was any at the first place. But excuse me, Slayer does win out the trade onto G Turner. That's one M4A4 down. Smoke's going to be ringing out. Does upgrade to the better weaponry. Now Hap has a lot of work to do here towards main. But Sable pushing in towards the ramp. Going to be going up against the bomb plant. Or excuse me, the bomb carrier, but they win out here. One player by J-Hall. Kiddo does win out against Meat. Bomb has been dropped and has been spotted, but quickly recovered. And the B bomb plate is quick for the taking. No rotates coming in here, especially because B-Dubs is just a nuisance here. Not ready for the... Yep, not ready for the Locker's peak. B-Dubs. Kiddo, that's an aggressive revenge peak. I think we're seeing a little bit of a rivalry here coming out from both Kiddo and B-Dubs.
A lot of back and forth between those two.
Yeah, I mean... That's usually how the all battles go, though. You really want to establish your dominance, really want to show like just how much better you are than the enemy team. So even if you win out this half or lose out the half or even lose this series, if you're gonna play them in playoffs, you want them to be afraid of you. You want them to understand I am someone to be feared. The save doesn't go their way though. The op has been dropped. The only AK to be saved is by Hap, but even then they die out as well from the bomb explosion. That bomb radius in CS2 is not messing around. It will kill you no matter where you are.
In retrospect, looking at the Tadpole's money, they really should have probably saved that round, kept the op, kept whatever rifles they could. I mean, down with 3 NP9s now, a FAMAS, and an M4. Kiddo doesn't have his op. It's not looking good, so we're probably going to see a 9-3 score line.
Yeah. Last round of the half, though, so no op for Kiddo, even though they've been doing some pretty good work on that op. They're doubling up in ramp. Kiddo now here with Sable. They're going to be pushing aggressive. We saw this happen last round. Sable did lose out, though, but that's because there was 2 players there.
I like this.
And they do win out as well, but Meat onto the quick trade onto Counter-Strike. By the way, I'm not going to get used to that. Counter-Strike, being in the game, Counter-Strike, it's definitely funny to just to say in general there. We do have one player who made it down all the way towards the lower bomb site. We have one player by Glaive as well. So the bomb's still here in upper. And they're hoping to make their way down. Slayer, I think, is trying to make their way in towards the B bomb site. Yeah, they do. Hap and G-Turner pick up the couple of kills. They drop the bomb. And now it's up to Slayer in a 1v4. Picks up the first. And now they know where he is. 50 seconds left on the clock, though. Bomb in towards lobby. CT's rotating in. They're going to be posting up on those positions. This is not looking like a winnable round for Slayer. So I think the scoreline coming into the second half is going to be 8-4. Still in favor of the Flytraps. Oh, not ready for the angle, though. So a pretty dominant half coming out from the Flytraps as well. 16 and 6 coming out from Mr. Rickards, who just... I think their impact isn't in the multi-frags, it's in the one and dones, the ones that they have to get, right? I think they've just shown that they can have so much impact by just being a public nuisance in the server.
The Flytraps have 2 riflers who are actually really getting a lot of kills. They got Mr. Rickards, they also have Slayer, and then their operas having a great game, whereas for Tadpole, it's mostly been Kiddo with the op who's been making the huge impact. So hopefully what they can do this time on the T side, some of their riflers can kind of wake up, they can get things together, And being on the T side now, they can control where the fights happen so they can coordinate better.
Yeah, but when you're having players like, Mr. Rickard and B-Dubs and Slayer who can do really well in those 1v1s, controlling the tempo of the fights may only help just a little bit there. Yeah, as we saw, Mr. Rickards onto G Turner, the first opening kill of the round here. Can they get the trade back? They don't, but they're smoking or at least walking in towards that mini position. Kato, once again, just being a nuisance, swinging out to the Heaven player. Triple Man instantly gushed, down to 19 HP. And the arm of Kato has been spotted. The instant flick around of Frayed, fighting on two different fronts. Yeah, Mr. Rickards, a good timing peek. Meet onto Happen. Counter-strike on the trade back to Slayer. Counter-strike now swinging out from the player onto Raptors. Here's the Ventrop player coming in here. Can he hit the shot? I don't know if they spotted that secondary player. He doesn't. Spots him out, and he's running back. Beat-ups on the reload. And I don't want to count that as a flying USPS. They were on the falling down. It's just Counter-Strike. And there's silly little icons there. But yeah, the fly traps, a really important pistol round that the Tadpoles managed to lose out. And it puts the fly traps in a pretty good position coming into these next few rounds.
As long as Flytraps does not lose this round, they're looking at it probably a fairly easy victory for this half. If they lose the round, this could be a very, very scrappy fight.
And with the lack of the bomb plan, they're not really going. They're going to be forced to buy Tech 9s and Mac 10s to win for an upper A hit. So no flash is going to be coming in, no mollies, no smokes coming in. Double HE towards the lobby side. That's a huge amount of damage there onto Kiddo and Sable. Some of the heavy hitters there. Counter-Strike though onto Meat. Quickly gets traded out by B-Dubs. A molly on towards the hut position. B-Dubs going aggressive again. Opts to fall back now. Kiddo onto Slayer. Mr. Rickards on the trade back. And oh my god. A little bit of team damage coming in. The retake is on though. They're not sitting back here. Mr. Rickards with another kill in this round. Bomb has going to be planted in the lower bomb site. That's Counter-Strike here, protecting the bomb planter. Excuse me, protecting the bomb itself. And now we have Sable, who's very, very far away. And he's coming in late. They should be hearing a lot of these noises going to be made. A lot of footsteps. Yep. And he spammed through it. He hits the first and he hits the second. Oh. But Mr. Rickards gets it. They should have a kid on the bomb site. They do recover it. And they have the time as well. So the fly trap's a very, very close round. Sable, almost the hero of the round for the Tadpole Titans. Bible, are we going to be calling it here? Do we call this a fly trap victory?
I think it's theirs to win or lose. If in any possibility Tadpole wins, it's going to be because Flytraps chose, they made decisions that were so bad that it basically gave Tadpole every opportunity. So in short, yes, we should be calling it, but it's really up to Flytraps.
They can't let the mental game get to them. They can't let the confidence push them where they don't want to be pushed. That bomb plant, though, does bring up a lot of money for them to really work with in this round. A couple of Galeos, a 1 AK onto Counter-Strike, and still a Mac onto G-Tuner. They are going to be setting up for maybe an A-split here. 2 towards the inner side and 3 coming in from outside, but B-Dubs is already close by with his MP9. Goes for the swing. Can he pick up the first? Excuse me, cannot. Does do a lot of damage, though. Slayer's going to be hearing all this noise. Goes for the spam. Counter-Strike with the bomb, though, going hyper-aggressive here. Not waiting for the teammates. The spacing is too far apart. They're going in fast. Slayer onto G-turn. That's one of the at least the lurkers down. And Triple Man. Meat actually onto Sable. Kiddo taken out as well here. Triple Man fast on the fence. Picks up the first. Almost a second, but now they know where Kiddo is. One player on the bomb site. One inside the vents, and now they know it's a 1v1. Mr. Rickards. If there's one person who we know can do this, it's going to be Mr. Rickards. And he lands. He misses the shot, and he lands the final bullet as well. A very, very messy fight, but now the fly traps are once again still in the driver's seat.
That was way too close for comfort. Tadpole could have taken it. They could have changed things around right there. It was just down to, a couple missed shots here and there. It was very close.
And, with that, right, we're going to be seeing a tactical timeout here. And we talked about the fly traps making sure they don't have a big head and don't go into these next few rounds with overconfidence. But what about the Tadpole Titans? They have to come in with some confidence of their own, right? You didn't make a team for no reason. You were there. You shown the skill that you can hang with the best. You can hang with the top players in recruit. And now it's time to show it. The mettle of a good team is how you can recover from a big deficit like this.
I mean, it's definitely statistically possible. It's just not likely. What they need to do here is, yes, it's good they called the timeout. They need to coordinate, and they need to maybe, I mean, depending on where they're at, mentally calm it down a little bit, focus, get together, get their aim, but they need to work together. The coordination is more important to send 5 people in the same place, in my opinion, at this point, than it is to, get a brilliant winner play.
A concentrated attack might be their best benefit here. We have the bomb outside. Oh, and Sable spots one player towards Garage. Smoke finally going to be landing. Molly towards Credit Card. And now that player is Slayer out by Unbreakable. Hap onto B-Dubs though. That's the op shot missing. Hap onto 2. And now they're coming in, but Triple Man by the fence. Almost could have gone ugly there, but Mr. Rickards fast on the flank. They're going very aggressive. And now, oh, this is such a power position from Mr. Rickards. He picks up the first, isn't ready for the secondary player, but he picks up the kill anyway. It's now a 2v2. Mr. Rickards holding down the fort, holding down the front, walks back into hut and waits, repositioning, but the door is closed. This is not looking good. They have to make noise now to open it up, and he swings out, and he gets the kill as well. Both players have been down. The molly is not enough to deter them from pushing forward. Mr. Rickards, a 3K in the round, picking up that AK, and I think this has to be one of the life games of the Fly Traps, because 26-7 is an absolutely monstrous scoreline.
160 ADR. I mean, at that point, what can you say? You're definitely making the impact for your team. That's huge. That's unheard of to be able to go that long without the team understanding that you're a critical part of the apparatus that's winning you this game.
Yeah, Mr. Rickards can keep up this performance for the rest of the season. Maybe the Fly Traps don't even need anyone else to really show up here. But thankfully they have Slayer and B-Dubs as well, who've shown that they can be at this top level. But now the Tadpole Titans, they are down. This is do or die now. They lose or they win, or they keep going forward and make it to overtime. Breaking the smoke does not go in their favor. They do a lot of damage. That HE is going to be doing a good amount of damage back. Makes his way back in, but B-Dubs from the secret position swings out, catches the timing. Mr. Rickards is such low HP. They can't do much with this. Wait, Sable! The team kill is not ideal. Triple Man with the quick trade back, though. It's not looking good for the Tadpole Titans. I think it's straight. I think we call it G-Turner on 9 HP and Kiddo at 44. Combined, they have just over 50 HP. And he gets one. Mr. Rickards was such low HP, and they get one. I'm going to start calling them Rick, because Mr. Rickards is a mouthful. And I always trip over my words because of it.
In the last game that I was casting, we had a player named MP9. It was also a little confusing.
N as in Nancy?
Oh, no. MP9 is in the gun.
Oh, MP9 binding MP9, I think would have gone really hard. But Triple Man obviously taking out the last player in Kiddo. This was just an absolute masterclass showing from Rick and the rest of the Fly Traps. Rick was just on a tear the entire CT side, and on the T side it was B-Dubs and Slayer chiming in with kills of their own. This was it was a fast-paced, quick game.
It was. I would like to say, though, I don't think that good players perform in a vacuum usually. They often have teammates that help set them up in some ways, even if it's something minor. And we saw other good players on the Fly Traps. Obviously, Mr. Rickards stands out, and he really did a great performance. But he had teammates who had his back at different places. They were also putting up numbers. Whereas for Tadpole, it seemed like only Mr. Kiddo was able to really play at a really noticeably higher level. To be able to match the energy that the other team was bringing to him. So that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, just an absolute, it was a stomp, right? It's a much different game than we had last time. And obviously probably a much different game than you guys saw just before this one. It really just shows the difference between the highest level of Counter-Strike that at least we can visibly see, besides the Pro League, Tier 1 CS, and those who are getting used to Team CS, right? We're 5 match days in, and so the gears are turning. The synergy is still building, but it's there. You can see some inkling of synergy being there, and it's a start, right? And that's what we're trying to do here in CSC is get really get people interested in the idea of Team CS and see if they want to pursue it further there. And if you want to pursue it even further yourself here, we also do have our CSC partnership, excuse me, with CS Strats. I'm going to be mentioning this the entire time because it really is just like that cool to have. I think it just helps. It helps more than it hurts. I would like to say just that it really just helps you improve overall, though. But CS Strats, once again, you get personalized strat books, pro tactics. You have a drawing board so you can see your stat or your strats and visualize how you want to run it. Yeah, you can even download your strat book as a PDF and send it to your teammates. Only one of you guys needs to have it activated for you to get all the benefits. So please check it out, csstrats.dk. For CSC players, you get 3 months free if you activate it. And if you're not a CSC player, if you're just kind of a spectator or you want to test it out yourself, you also have a 1 month free code there as well. Both those codes can be found in our Discord notices section, discord.gg/CSC. And if you like the services that you see during your free trial, we also offer a discount code CSC25 for 25% off your first purchase at csstrats.dk. But I think that's going to be it from us, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's it. Flytrap's great performance. They're now 2-4. This could be the start for them to really turn things around and get the ball moving in the right direction. Great performance.
Absolutely. And once again, guys, stick around. At least coming in this Saturday, I believe we should be having a FAL. We also have a reschedule tomorrow. I'm being told by production, reschedule tomorrow as well. So back to back to back streams coming out here from the CSC. And if you're waiting for the next official match day, it's going to be Monday for premiere and as well Tuesday as well. So we're just having streams on top of streams on top of streams. Be sure to follow, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.